Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow because we discuss socially relevant things mixed with a splash of humor. If you know you have tissue paper feelings, this probably isn't the channel for you. However, since you're here, I just need for you to do two things. Hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and turn on that little bell so that you get the notification every single time that I go live or upload something new. I'll see you soon. Bye. SayItInACard.com is an online greeting card company that delivers right to your front door. Visit our website, www.sayItInACard.com. You can read the cards, order the cards, and we ship them directly to you. If you feel it, we say it in a card. We have breakup cards, troubled relationship cards, troubled friendship cards, and of course, all of the traditional cards as well, from birthday to Mother's Day. So again, visit us at www.sayItInACard.com. Free shipping for a limited time. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. Hold on, let me get my mouse so I can operate. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook and YouTube live versions of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Yes, the black as fuck t-shirt is available over at CraigTheWriterStewart.com. It's scrolling at the bottom right here, as well as books. Listen, because I am so dedicated and so devoted to you all, I am here even on my first anniversary. I've been single for 9 years and keep going about this 1 year anniversary. Oh my God. But listen, that line from Love Jones is, falling in love is easy, but can someone please tell me how to stay there? That's that line from Love Jones. Amen. I'm going to bring Carlton on at the end of this, if he's still awake. I just got off the phone with him. But, you know, he's in New York and he has an early morning tomorrow again. But at any rate, I got an email today from one of you. And I was thinking about doing reviews tonight anyway. I'm going to be doing the restaurant reviews tonight. And I was kind of on the fence because I wasn't really sure which restaurant I wanted to do. And so I was like, well, let me think of what I wanted to do. And one of you emailed me today and was like, I'm going to read the email. I'm not going to say your name, though. Hey, niece, I love your YouTube channel. I've been watching you for a little over a year now, and it's everything to me, ! I love when I get to catch a live. Anywho, laughing out loud, my stepmom sent this to our group chat last night, and I fell out because I remembered your videos on Yelp reviews, and I thought you would get a kick out of this, and this is not her first time leaving something like this. Now, let me show you what this lady's stepmother did. Her stepmama then wrote a note and put it on the table at the restaurant. I wasn't going to say it was you, but it was Jasmine's stepmama. So Jasmine's stepmama left this note on the table, and it says, I hate to not tip you, but service was not good. Too slow, not cheerful, nor any knowledge of anything we asked. Learn your menu and pick up the pace. That's how you make your money. I am a server of 25 years. Good luck. Good luck. She said, good luck. But this is the note that she left on the back of the receipt at the restaurant. Amen. So when Jasmine sent me this email, I was like, okay, that's confirmation. I need to go ahead and do the restaurant reviews tonight. So I have decided to do JR Crickets. I decided to do JR Crickets. Let me first stop and get my goalie gummies for the night. No, actually, I want to take the blue ones. I want to take the blue ones because I want to have a nice, peaceful night. Those of you that suffer from anxiety, you definitely want to get the ashwagandha. Now, listen, they are 20% off until May 20th at midnight. They're normally 10% off. They are 20% off. So go ahead and get your Gully Gummy. I don't want to have to put this commercial up here and remind you, but I will. But anyway, okay. So we're going to do JR Crickets. Now, when I used to eat meat, I used to tear JR Crickets up. Do you hear me when I tell you? I used to eat JR Crickets up. I used to go there in the middle of the night because they stay open until like 2, 3 in the morning or something, right? Tell them again, Kelvin. Kelvin said those commercials pay the bills. The coupon code for the Gully Gummies is Craig the Writer Stewart, but there's a link right in the caption of this video if you're watching on YouTube. And even on Facebook, it should be. But anyway, okay, listen, let me tell you this. So I used to go up there and eat JR Crickets all the time. I would go over there like 1 something at night. And, you know, of course, I was younger at the time. And I didn't really care that it was 2 in the morning that I was eating this stuff because I was going to the gym and I was running and doing all this other stuff. And my metabolism was still really high. It still is now, but so I didn't really care. And I'm only prefacing this because no, it's not a seafood spot. It's a wing spot. It's JR Crickets. It's a wing spot. And I'm only prefacing this because I know some of you be eating fried chicken and shit 2 in the morning too, and you ain't got no business eating that. But anyway, and I used to love their wings. And I'm gonna tell you how I used to get my wings. I used to get the spicy with the hot wings. Actually, I think I used to get mild. I would get mild wings, and I would have mine swimming. They call it swimming, right? When it's floating in the buffalo sauce. I used to get mine swimming, and I used to get all flats. Trish says she took the ashwagandha Gully Gummies, and she slept for a day and a half. Listen, but anyway, so I used to get the all flats, and I used to get them swimming. And I used to fuck them wings up. And the reason why I love JR Crickets is because their wings would be fried crispy. You know what I'm saying? They weren't like burnt or nothing like that, but they used to be fried crispy. Okay? Yes, I would get mine extra wet, niece. Come on, all flats. Hey, girl, hey. I guess Khalid didn't feel like writing it all the way out, so he put HGH. I'm telling the people that's in the GED section because they're like, what's HGH? But at any rate, so I used to get the wings. Well, you didn't even have to tell them crispy, right? Because mostly black people was eating over here at this particular one that I was going to. And when I tell you, come on, testimony, but they fried their wings crispy, so you didn't have to say fry my wings hard or anything like that, right? Because they know black people coming in there and you want your wings fried crispy, niece, right? They already know your wings are. They want we don't like no wet wings. We don't like no soft cooked wings. We ain't white, we black. So listen to these reviews though. Okay, so this was a month ago. Her name is Wyvani, Wyvani, Wyvonnie, Wyvani. Now I don't know who named her Wyvani. They could have just named her Yvonne or something like that. But this was a month ago. And she said, my kids rarely come into the city. So she'd have moved to the suburbs. And I thought it would be nice for them to experience eating somewhere that I frequented growing up in Atlanta. We were seated and waited 10 minutes or so before anyone addressed us. No menus at all. Another group was seated and immediately got menus. We were still without them. I left. That was my first time visiting the location on North Avenue, and I have no plans to return. Service was horrible. Well, Wynoni, how do you know the service was horrible? Because you left. Now, I understand you waited and people came in, but how do you know the service was bad? Because you left, niece. You don't know that. She gave him 1 star. Now, this is Sharita. Sharita said, I ordered a fried chicken sandwich, no sauce, add cheddar and bacon with mayo, lettuce, and onion. I got a buffalo chicken tender with no lettuce, mayo, or onion, which is not what I wanted. I also ordered a red velvet cake that I wish I had taken a picture of because it looked rancid. Rancid, niece, RANCID. It looked awful. I called back up to the store only to get yelled at by the manager on duty. His name was Dean. He lacks terribly in customer service skills, which is why I will never, capital letters, spend another dime here. He was a jackass, to put it mildly. They would not refund my money, but offered to make me another sandwich and exchange my cake, which I went back and did for the principal, because I wouldn't dare eat that sandwich. There was no telling what they would do to it. What? Oh, he trying to say what they would do to it in the back after the way he acted. So in other words, he got the wings and he got the red velvet cake, and he called and complained. They told him to bring it back up there. So he went back up there with his chicken sandwich or chicken tender sandwich and with the cake. But he made let them remake it, but he didn't eat it because he thought maybe they spat in it or did something. So what was the point of going on? He thought it was the principal. Well, what was the point of wasting your gas and doing all of that, Sharita? All right, so this is Latoya. These are all 1 stars. We're not reading we're not reading any 5 stars. We're only going to read the 1 stars because these are the funny ones. Latoya says, first, now I already told y'all when they start with first, they about to let them have it. She says, first, let me start off by the dude that took my order. ... Rude. ... My thing is, look, y'all be writing these reviews like y'all actually talking to a person. My thing is, you don't want to work, then don't. Thanks. ... Those were the worst wings I've ever had. Exclamation point. What happened? A few years or so ago, I lived here. They were good. ... Yeah, I'm never eating that again. No taste. Bland. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so then this is Simone. Simone Williams, 1 star. The first word she says, horrible, period. Visiting from out of town. When we arrived, we were told there would be a 10 to 15 minute wait. Finally got seated after 30 minutes in the parking lot. She got seated after sitting in the parking lot for 30 minutes. Wait time was long. This is what she said. Wait time was long, 2 hours. Oh, wait a minute. This is terrible. Simone, is there a seat for Simone in the GED section? Simone says, wait time was long, 2 hours long. Long 2 hours long. And food was horrible. Seriously. She said, seriously. Seriously. The only good part was the waiter. She was the only one serving. The bartender was ghetto and eating food behind the bar. You know how y'all do. You know how y'all do. Y'all at work, y'all sitting there eating and shit. Let me start that sentence again. The bartender was ghetto and eating food behind the bar while serving drinks in between. Disgusting. Will not eat here again. $95 later. $95 later. Oh my God. Okay, so this is Chelsea. This is Chelsea. She says, super long wait, overcooked, subpar wings. Girl, she act like she's reviewing a steak. Subpar wings. Security outside was doing the absolute most. First and last time here, I'll stick to American Deli. Now, American Deli, for those of you who don't know, that's another wing spot. Okay, this is David Mason. David says, called in order, got there, THEIR, so he wrong. Got there and had to wait outside in a line. Once inside, they had the audacity. Now, he knew how to spell audacity, but didn't know which there to use. Had the audacity to say, 1 hour wait. I was so outdone. I left. I couldn't believe the insanity of it all. And no apologies were given. To add insult to injury, but they steady was taking orders. Lunacy at its best. David was pissed. Now, I don't know how do you pronounce this, but it's Duonne. 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 How y'all be coming up with these spellings for these names? Duonne. Okay. Duonne says, the wings was fast. Oh, no. I'm sorry. My apology. The wings was fat. The wings was, not wings were. The wings was fat and big. No sauce. The lemon pepper looked like grass. How lemon pepper look like grass? I grew up on JR Crickets. Now, first of all, Duwan, you shouldn't have been growing up on no fast fried wings like this. I grew up on JR Crickets before there was an American Deli and all these other wing places. I haven't ate here in years. I'm very disappointed, shaking my head. Thank you, Jessica Jamise, for the Cash App. She sent me a Cash App for the anniversary, our 1-year anniversary. Okay, Charlie Wilson. I wonder if this is the Charlie Wilson that sings. Does this look like him on the picture? No, that ain't him. Okay. Charlie Wilson gave 2 sentences. 2 sentences. He said, my ribs were black burnt. Now, first of all, why are you going to a chicken spot ordering ribs? Why are you going to a fried chicken takeout spot and getting ribs? He says, my ribs were black burnt. What is this? And he provided a picture for you all to see. You all ready to see the picture? All right, here's the picture of the wings. Wait, let me turn this off so y'all can see. They the wings. You see the wings? they the wings, niece. He was pissed. All right. The next one is JJO. JJO. Okay. Dion said that's charcoal. Didn't it look like charcoal? Now why would you leave with your wings looking like that? I would have went back and said, this ain't gonna work. No, Jessica. Here's the thing. JR Crickets is it's a franchise, so they're not all black owned. And I believe this particular one that's on North Avenue, these reviews came from the one on North Avenue. That one I believe is a white owned establishment. So anyway, JJO says, every single wing in the 20-piece I ordered was overcooked and dried out. Bad experience. Would never go here again. Charlie Howard says, ordered online, didn't show option of adding fries with my chicken tenders. Was extremely disappointed when I only received 4 chicken tenders for $12. I assumed there had to be a mistake. Looked it up, and I realized that no, it wasn't a mistake. JR Crickets value their chicken tenders at $3 a piece, and they aren't even that big. In addition, the tenders didn't taste good. I could have went to Zaxby's. I could have went to Zaxby's and ordered 5 chicken tenders, a bunch of fries, toast, and a drink for $10, and arguably the chicken is better. Now, first of all, Charlie, why do you know the pricing over at Zaxby's? You comparing and contrasting wings at JR Crickets? All right, so then he says, the overpriced tenders is honestly so insane to me. He's really upset. So then he says, I understand it's a wings place, but I wanted to write a review to express the insane price point of the tenders compared to other places and even other items on the menu. And then in parentheses, he put, you can get 5 wings in full-size waffle for only $3 more. Won't be going back. He need to be a professional food shopper. You know how you go to restaurants and you eat and you review them and stuff? He needs to be one of those people. So then JR Crickets responded to this one, right? Now watch this. Hey, Kay. Hey, girl. Hey. Okay, now watch what he says. So he says, this is what JR Crickets said in response to that. Thank you for providing your feedback and letting us know about this issue, Charlie. We set a high standard for ourselves and are truly sorry to hear that standard was not met in your interaction with us. Please get in touch with us at contact@jrcrickets.com and we'd be happy to help you out. Cheers. Cheers. Oh my God, I thought it was so professional until I realized that they're using the same shit every single time. They're using the same response. Hey, Yossi. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, boy. Hey. All right, so this is Jasmine. Jasmine says, my experience at this place was horrible, exclamation point. Based on the raving reviews and the amount of cars in the parking lot at different times, I'm sorry, and the amount of cars in the parking lot at different times during the day, we were looking forward to eating here. I ordered chicken wings and a waffle. The waffle was extremely hard and the wings were overcooked with no seasoning. My friend ordered shrimp, wings, and fries. The fries had no seasoning and you could tell they had been sitting under a heat lamp for an extended period of time. The wings and shrimp was horrible as well. The waitress saw the looks on our face and never asked if we were okay. We left and will never return. If you like quality, well-seasoned food, keep driving past this place. Keep driving past this place. So J.R. Crickets responded. J.R. Crickets said, thank you for providing your feedback and letting us know about this issue, Jasmine. We set a high standard for ourselves and are truly sorry to hear that standard was not met in your interaction with us. Please note that the original location does not have servers. Perhaps you left a review on the wrong listing. Please feel free to contact us. Jasmine was so pissed that she didn't. Jasmine was so pissed she didn't left a review for the wrong damn JR Crickets. They don't even have servers at the Midtown location. Okay. This next one is by April. The first word she put was in capital letters. Terrible. ... I'm uncertain if this particular location has changed the original JR Crickets recipe because what I ordered did not look or taste as the traditional JR Crickets, mild with lemon pepper sprinkles on the wings. And then she did an emoji like this. Then she says the fries were poor quality. She did an emoji with a vomiting. Then she says no dressing was in the bag, ordered 2 items that were supposed to come with it. Didn't realize until I reached my destination. She did that emoji. When asked for extra, was told it would be a charge. Very disappointed because being that this location is downtown, I had high expectations that were let down. She did like this. This location will never, capital letters, get my business or coins ever again. She said, or coins. Okay. All right. So this is Miss W. Miss W. She starts off talking. Came here last night and the wait was like an hour and a half, which was fine if the food was going to make up for that. My wings were fried so hard that I couldn't even chew them. They were so overcooked that all you seen was bones when you opened the box because the chicken had been frying so long that the meat started going up the bone. Wait, Miss W said the meat had started going up the bone. The fries were nasty as well. The shrimp wasn't bad, but I will never go again. The security outside, the cashier, and a few cooks that came outside were all nice, but I was highly disappointed in the quality I received. She said the meat was going up the bones. JR Crickets responded. Thank you for providing your feedback and letting us know about this issue, Miss. Remember, her screen name is Miss W. They just put Miss. We set a high standard for ourselves and are truly sorry to hear that standard was not met in your interaction with us. Please get in touch with us at contact@jrcrickets.com. We'd be happy to help you out. Now, this girl's name is Niaya. I don't know how the hell she say this. Niyaha. Niaya. I don't know. She started off talking too. Took my daughters for the first time, ordered chicken and fries. She put fried, but she means fries. And 2 funnel cakes. Now, why y'all buying funnel cakes from the chicken wing spot? Why y'all buying? You only supposed to get a funnel cake from the carnival in King's Dominion in Great Adventure. Amen. And 2 funnel cakes. The chicken was not done. It had blood in it. Bitch. The cook was nasty and they overcharged me. Don't waste your money. Go to Zaxby's. Go to Zaxby's. All right. Nakia says, thank you very much, Ursula. She says, happy belated birthday. It's still May. Amen. Hey, girl, hey. Thank you, Ursula. Nakia said, this food is trash! Exclamation point, exclamation point. I had the seafood platter. Now, first of all, why are you getting a seafood platter while you over here at the wing spot? You ain't supposed to get no seafood platter. Right, the funnel cake that had chicken grease all in that. So she says, and it had no seasoning. It was fried so hard, and some of the food was burnt. The only thing that tasted good was the fountain drink. Yeah, Nakia said the only thing that tasted good was the fountain drink. JR Crickets responded. Mr. Everything, I don't know what that is. Let me write that down. Mr. Everything. All right, so JR Crickets responded. They said, thank you for providing your feedback and letting us know about the issue, Nakia. We set a high standard. Do you notice that they're saying the same thing? We set a high standard for ourselves and are truly sorry to hear about that experience. I'm sorry, it's truly sorry to hear that standard was not met in your interaction with us. Please get in touch with us at contact@jrcrickets.com and we'd be happy to help you out. All right, so now Joe says, this is Joe. They turned away our group of 8. Horrendous customer service from the second we entered this establishment. When asked how long the wait would be, we were told, I don't know, 35, 45, maybe an hour and a half. Who knows? Now, how do you tell a customer that? So then Joe says, we tried to place an order to go, and they still didn't want to take the order either. We will not come back here ever again. JR Cricket responded, hi, Joe. Thank you for letting us know about this issue. We do everything we can to serve everyone, and we take this feedback seriously. Feel free to reach out to us at contact@jrcrickets.com. Reggie says, order hot wings. He meant to say ordered. Order hot wings. They were so dry, I thought I was eating a Popeye's biscuit. Like no kind of sauce on them at all. Won't be eating here again. JR Crickets responded, thank you for providing your feedback and letting us know about this issue, Reggie. We set a high standard, you know the rest. So then Camberlyn, her name is Camberlyn. She says, the nerve of you people to give me overcooked, dry, unsauced chicken. My chicken was literally so old and overcooked, it was brown, exclamation point. Swallowing it felt like swallowing thumbtacks. Now, listen, Camberlyn, why did you eat the chicken if it looked so horrible? Why did you eat that? Why did you eat that? I'm not understanding. Like, why did you eat it? And then the fact that Tina, she'd have made up this word unsauced. So then she said it was like swallowing thumbtacks, okay? She says, and literally a drop of sauce on the chicken. Bloop. They tried it. So then JR Crickets responded, thank you for providing your feedback and letting us know about this issue, Camberlyn. We set a higher standard for ourselves and are truly sorry to hear that standard was not met in your interaction with us. Please get in touch with us at 404-389-9464. So they switched up their message this time. Lindsay says, phone disconnected on Super Bowl Sunday. Intentional or irresponsible? Well, first of all, Lindsay, you don't call a wing spot on Super Bowl Sunday and think you're going to get an order in. No, you know you're supposed to order that in days before. Black people ain't on time for nothing else, but we know that. We know to do that in advance. Amen. All right, so this is Sonia. Sonia says, the wings were extremely big. You know that means they had antibiotics in it, right? Hormones and shit, they done shot up in it. And the flavor was horrible. The lemon pepper sprinkle tasted like the entire bottle of lemon pepper was on the wings. The fries were soggy. This is my first time being disappointed. JR Crickets responded, Sonia, thank you for bringing this issue to our attention. We do apologize for the food not being up to our standard, but we hope you will give us another chance. Please reach out to us at contact@jrcrickets. So then here's Tyler. She says, I was told my order would be ready in 30 minutes. But when I arrived 30 minutes later, they had not even began preparing my order. I had to wait an additional 10 minutes. When I finally received my order, the food was not hot and the wings were as hard as a brick. I felt like I wasted my money. Overall, the staff were friendly, but the food and service was disappointing, very disappointing. This was my first experience at this restaurant and I would not return. Genesis said, I waited for an hour and 45 minutes and my food was cold, exclamation point. I was informed of the 45-minute wait and paid for my order. Twice I asked about my order and was informed that they were working on my wings. Now, how long does it take to make wings? I'm not sure if I'll ever go back. You're not sure? Some of y'all like to be abused. What you mean you're not sure? You're not sure? Okay, this is CR. CR says, the lady at the front desk is rude. I wanted, oh no, he means waited. I waited an hour and 45 minutes for my order to come. I asked her, could she help me? And her reply was, no, that's how it is sometimes. Can you imagine? Can you imagine say, hey, miss, I've been waiting for an hour and 45 minutes. Can you help? No, that's how it is sometimes. Which I know isn't true because we have ordered from her, from here multiple times. She then proceeded to take another customer's order while we were having a conversation. She completely ignored my concerns. I then spoke with the assistant manager who was very professional. And he helped me resolve the situation when the lady at the front desk just disregarded it. I'm giving them a 1 because of him. However, I will not do business at this location anymore. Kimari says, called multiple times over an hour and a half. Now, first of all, why are you calling the place for an hour and a half? Clearly, they don't want to pick up or they're busy. Why are you calling for an hour and a half? And no one picked up. When we got there, we waited for over an hour for our food. So you mean to tell me you called for an hour and a half, then you went there and you waited an hour for the food? Are there any seats left in GED? Yeah. Then she says, when they said the wait was only going to be 30 minutes, there was no real structure in the functioning of this business. I hope the food is worth the inconsistency. All right, now this is the what? This is, I don't know if this is Majin or Majin. This is how this review starts. Hold on. Okay, this review starts. I am someone who loves wings. They are my cheat meal. But these were horrible. I have worked for JR Crickets before as a teen and young adult, and I know this is not the standard of their brand. The wings were not crispy, and the sauce was disgusting. I used a gift card, and I still threw them away. Never will I visit this location again. Nothing personal, just wasn't pleased. But they were fast and friendly. JR Crickets responded, thank you for providing your feedback and letting us know about this issue. We are truly sorry to hear that our wings were not up to our standards. You all should know this by now. Please get in touch with us on contact@jrcrickets.com. We'd be happy to help you out. We do hope to see you soon. Oh my God. These people are too much. I just don't understand. Like, I don't keep going to places like this. I just don't. Like, if the service is bad, I'm just not going. It's as simple as that. Let me see. Do you have anything else? Oh, wait. Here we go. Spider Dine. Overpriced, poor service, overcrowded, and the food was disgusting. My wings tasted like they were cooked the day before and reheated. Pretty amazing, because I'm pretty sure they weren't cooked fresh. We didn't even take the half of the food we didn't. What? We didn't even take the half of the food we didn't. I don't know what they're trying to say. You know, it just be frustrating sometimes. I can't be trying to figure this stuff out. Chanel said, just say, they responded and we know the rest. Wait a minute. Okay. Ash says, they messed up my order and have me waiting over an hour on Valentine's Day just for 2 orders of chicken and waffles. Ridiculous. First of all, if you go into JR Crickets for my Valentine's meal, we breaking up. Don't you go? You can go there on a regular night, but don't be going over there for no Valentine's meal. Okay, so Katrina says, I placed an order over the telephone. The lady had an attitude and just hung up the phone in my face. I arrived 5 minutes later to a man standing at the front door smoking weed, which was all in my face. An employee smoking in the parking lot. It appears as if, wait a minute, it appears as this is the norm for this place. The food was good, and I give them that. But other than that, this place is not desirable. Then she says, it was 2:30 in the afternoon, may I add. Yes, they may have outstanding reviews from a generation who smoke weed and drink. The last time I checked, City of Atlanta have certain ordinances regarding smoking, and weed is still illegal. We'll be coming back with more reviews soon. What's up?
Oh, hello. I was trying to log on YouTube through my iPad.
Oh. So now that it's been a year, how does it feel?
Oh my God.
How does it feel?
I'm ready for the next year.
You ready for the next year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. You ready for the next year?
Well, we've accomplished a lot in the first, so I'm ready to see the next.
We did. So Carlton is still in New York. We can't really say too much about it, but those of you that are on my Patreon, you know the deal. I think most of you on here know too, but I mean, I can't go into specifics, but so yeah, so that's that.
1 second.
This allergy season.
All right.
Alicia said,
I'm here. You put me in too early.
Alicia said the longest year of him life.
Is this better?
Jessica talking about, I'm ready to be a flower girl.
That's not better, is it? Is that better? Horizontal?
Right there. Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah,
have
that's
a little
better.
stand.
What's that, on the iPad or the phone?
The phone.
You
know, Craig uses boxes and anything else he can find as stands.
Right, to prop my stuff up. Somebody said ready for the wedding and kids. So is his mama. His mama said, huh?
They said what?
I'm ready for the wedding and kids. And somebody said, I want to be a flower boy. Do you know what today is?
How'd the reviews go?
The reviews were good. Somebody said, I hope you don't ever stop doing this segment. Oh my God. And we made it through the pandemic.
Well, that's how we met.
Yeah, we met right at the beginning of the pandemic.
If it wasn't for the pandemic, we wouldn't be here.
No, you can't say that. We met through Will.
Yeah. Right, but due to the pandemic.
They talking about enough about Craig. How are you, CJ? Look at her talking about CJ. She must be on Patreon. Jessica Jamise.
I'm tired, y'all. That's what I can say.
Why are you so tired? Explain to the people.
I can't explain, really.
He has these really, really busy long days. These long days.
Hmm.
And like
I
so like
can't say
so
much.
so like when he was in LA, we were just saying just a moment ago on FaceTime that it seems longer. He's only been gone, what, 6 weeks, 5 weeks now?
I think it's been 5 weeks, going on 5 weeks.
It was like that last week in April. But it seems longer this time because we don't really get to talk during the day. Like we don't get to talk until like right before I get on the live, like usually about 7 o'clock. But
Mm.
before we were able to talk like all during the day and FaceTime and
By the time
text.
we get back here, I'm exhausted and ready to go to bed.
Right.
I've
So
had, was it 14 days and 2 days off? No, it's been 15 days now and 2 days off.
mm-hmm.
Mm, yeah.
Tamelia said she's gonna make the potato salad for the wedding.
Oh, you can keep that, girl.
You don't like potato salad?
Not at a wedding.
I don't like. I mean, like
But
the
it's a
thing.
thought that counts, and I appreciate that.
It would, huh?
I said it's a thought that counts, and I appreciate that.
But it would have to be vegan potato salad, like mayonnaise.
Hmm. Is that too hard?
No, that's good. But no, it was. Oh, so you did. Oh, so I was telling you. I don't know if she's watching. I can't think of her name. Who's the lady that sent that thing, the wine thing?
I
The
don't
gift
know.
card.
You
Well,
sent it to me. I didn't look at it yet.
yeah, I can't remember her name. Somebody, Ruth. If you're in here, I sent Carlton the birthday gift. Carlton's birthday is on May 22nd, but Ruth sent him, a gift card for a wine place, a wine place that she likes, and she suggested like a red wine for him. So yeah. So you ready to come home?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, at this point. I mean, yeah, just to rest and lay in my own bed and yeah.
So you so wait, oh, Ernestine said her birthday is May 22nd also.
Oh wow, look at that. I think I've only like met one other person on who had a May 22nd birthday, and I was in elementary school.
What is that wine?
Mm-hmm. Pinot Noir.
Oh. I was about to tell you something. I can't remember what it was now. But so did you want to say something? Did you want to talk about something? About the anniversary? Is that what you? I was trying to find you something to send up there. But
You
New
were trying
York.
to do what?
I was trying to send you like I was trying to send you like like a little something. I thought about like a singing telegram.
A singing telegram.
I thought about a singing telegram to come up to that hotel room. And then I thought
Oh
about
my God.
like a dessert or something.
But none of
And
it happened.
well, I called the places and either they didn't deliver or it was like, well, you have to order in advance and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. You can't be last minute.
Excuse me. You didn't give me nothing for no anniversary. What are you talking about?
No, I didn't. I gave my love, but I've been very busy, and hopefully, if I succeed at what I'm doing, there will be a nice gift.
If you win this prize money?
I can't speak on it.
So listen, what I was gonna say. Oh, so somebody asked me if I could adapt any of my books. I would adapt the first two because the first two are about my life. So I would do those two.
Mhm. Someone said that birthday gift accounted for both.
Um, that was Janine that said that. Ernestine said, put your Zelle information up there. And
I
you'll
don't know
send.
how to do that.
I don't know what your Zelle information is.
Carlton Lee Jr., I think.
Yeah, I don't. What? At Gmail? I don't know. Ernestine, I don't know. Email me, Ernestine, and I'll you know how to email me at bookthewriter@gmail, and then I'll figure out what it is or confirm it, and then I'll send it to you. Alicia says, stop putting the top back on the wine. We drinking it all tonight. She said, stop putting the top back on the wine.
Oh, me?
Craig Carlton Wedding is going to be super bougie. I'm here for it. Craig, Carlton showed out for your birthday. You got to do better. Oh, well, we don't even know when he's coming back. So, I mean, I can't plan anything for his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
His birthday is on the 22nd, but he won't be back until like the 28th. I mean, anywhere between now and the 28th. So, like,
Yeah. Well, I'll know more information by Thursday.
Oh. Well, shit, the birthday's Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll just have to do something when you come back.
Yeah, I suppose so.
They tell him you can send him something, sir. Well, his birthday is Saturday, and I don't know if he's gonna still be there by the time it sends. That's why I haven't sent anything. Wait a minute. Ernestine said, yes, I have Zelled you before, Craig, and ordered books. I love y'all, but the money is for Copper. Well, Copper need to pay rent. He been over here, and I've been burning up my gas, taking him places. Taking him to the park.
He needs some. I'm pretty sure he's out of treats.
No, he ain't out of treats. Oh, I got a bump on the top of my head.
Exactly, Rashida. That's why I'm drinking the wine so I can pass right on out tonight. Gotta be up at 6 in the morning.
Look at Jessica. Look at Jessica.
What?
Oh, you can't see the comments. She said,
"Oh yeah, I can see. I have it up on my iPad below."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he gonna say you knew his birthday was Saturday for a year now?
They don't cut you any slack.
Yeah.
They said, Carlton, hang up so we can get Craig together.
Oh my God. Look at Tanaka, just nasty. Oh my God. Alicia said, you got this, Carlton. Stay strong. We're almost there. We in this together. Don't agree to that. They're gonna want some of that prize money. Especially her. No, just saying. Janine said, we need to blast him in private. Look at Mariah said, yeah, because Craig is tripping.
Well, I thank you guys for having my back.
Oh, look who's coming in late. Hey, Marie.
That says Maria.
Marie Dixon.
Oh, there's somebody else.
Um, Angela said, I know you miss Copper, Carlton, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't.
I do. I'm just not changing out these contacts.
Izzy says, even if he does get voted off the island, it won't be before Saturday.
Still not saying anything. You're not gonna get me caught up
All right.
legally.
Hey, Keon, they were just asking about you. Thank you, Jessica Jamise. Thank you, Kelvin Alexander, powerful. Angelique. I love that name. Anthony, Ursula, thank you very much for the cash apps. Courtney said Carlton is ready to get up under the bed.
At some point, let this wine fester and kick in first.
Happy birthday. Is that Marie or Mari? I think that's Marie.
There's a lot of May birthdays. We had, I was about to say something. I can't say that.
Right.
Was the weather hot down there today?
It was.
Was it? It was like, it was high 70s today. And it's nice because these past couple weeks have been cold.
Right. Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I'm about to go in here and situate my situation.
What you bring me in here for?
Well, you said you wanted to come on because of the anniversary, but you ain't said nothing about it.
I didn't say nothing. What do you have to say about it? And how was your year?
I think I said it in the caption that I put on my Instagram. I really have grown a lot from it, from the relationship. I mean, to be honest with you, I was thinking about it. I was really thinking about it Sunday. When I was out with Leonard and Ryan, and we were out, at the House Music in the Park. I was at House Music in the Park on Sunday, and
have you guys noticed that Craig is all out in the street since I've been gone?
Well,
doing anything and everything out there. No vaccine, just buck wild.
Let me tell you about Jesus. But no, I was literally thinking about it when I was out there. It was like all these people, and I was just thinking like, wow. Oh, because I didn't tell you this. I ran into my ex, the very last relationship that I had before you, which was 10 years ago now. He was in the park. And I was just
two exes within 2 weeks.
Well, LTR wasn't really an ex. But, and so I was just like, we ended up chatting for a moment, but it was just like, wow, like I'm just such a different person now. Like I just feel like I've grown, period, in general, but then I've grown, with you in this past year. And I don't know. And then I just think about all the stuff, especially when I was putting together that video that's on my Instagram. When I was putting together that little slideshow of videos and pictures, I just was thinking like, damn, we really have done a lot in the past year. Like the first trip that we took, you remember the first trip we took?
To the wedding?
Right. In Charleston. And then, so I thought about Charleston. I thought about me flying out to LA when you were working out there. And then I was flying from there to San Francisco. Like that was the first time I had ever been to San Francisco. And then, just I think about the relationship that I have with Nan and your mom, and I don't know. And then I thought about just how close everything is. Like my birthday is May 4th. The anniversary date is May 17th. Then your birthday is May 22nd. I just was thinking like this is like every May is just gonna be like
A whole lot of money spent.
It's gonna be a whole lot of money spent or a whole lot of activity, travel, something. You know what I'm saying? But not even just because my birthday, your birthday, and the anniversary. But then there's Mother's Day. Your mother's birthday is in May. Like it's a lot in May. Like I just felt exhausted. Like I gotta felt like exhausted. And so I don't know. It was all new for me, like in terms of like having to think about all of these other people because I've never had this kind of a connection. I mean, like I've dated people before when my mom has met their parents and stuff like that, but we've never been intertwined like this. So I was thinking about all of that when I was out at the park on Sunday and just watching all of the people out there and just thinking just how much my life has changed in the past year. 2 years, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just thought about just like looking at all those people because house music in the park. For those of you who may not know, it's a lot of gay people that are out there, gay men, gay women. Like Keon was out.
I've never been to one before.
Yeah, and so for me, it was just I was thinking like, damn, like we really made it to a year. Like in a year in gay years, it's like 5 years. Like in gay relationships, it's like 5 years. But I thought about all of the people who we know that didn't make it to a year. And then I saw Lamont out there who was hating in the beginning. And then he came up and gave me a hug. You know what I'm saying? So like it really crossed my mind. Like a lot of stuff just like crossed my mind. And so I just thought about all of the people who didn't make it to a year because they gave up on things that we overcame. You know what I'm saying? And I was watching Fix My Life earlier when you called me. And it was like these 4 or 5 Black women that are successful. And they were talking about why they're single and this, that, and the third. And one of them had a revelation. And she was just like, it's because when she really realizes that she's starting to like somebody, she starts to pick an argument. You know what I'm saying? So like how we've talked about that before, about how like when your emotions start to take over, sometimes you do things to kind of sabotage it unknowingly or consciously. Mm-hmm. And so I just, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, and I think that's what I've gotten out of this year is definitely growth and understanding and patience and looking more inner than I have before. Yeah, which I'm proud of because we've had this conversation before. There's been many times where I would have just gave up. But I challenged myself to do more, to do better, to be more open, to express how I feel. I think that's probably one of the most important one versus keeping things bottled in because that's just never worked out before because I was always the type of person where I kept things in for the sake of the relationship because I was like, well, I don't want to have an argument or I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But, in actuality, you need to have those conversations. And then because I didn't do it, there's always like a big lash out, over the smallest of issues.
Right, because they compound it.
Exactly. So that's something I didn't want to do with us. And I don't think it's necessarily happened. We've had our hiccups, but I don't think I haven't bottled anything up, nor have I don't think lashed out over something. So, yeah.
Felicia says, Carlton, did you think that you were ready for this level of commitment this time last year?
I don't know I don't want to say necessarily I was ready for it. I was open to it. If it came my way. And that's how I think I was just in relationship, in regards to being in a relationship in general, was, you know, I wasn't necessarily looking for it, but I was open to it if something was worth the while. So,
Yeah, see, and see, for me, because somebody, when I posted our picture today, a woman commented and was like, "Craig, please help me. Like, I'm so lonely. Like, I'm ready for love." And you know, in the caption that I put in that pic with that picture, I put, you know, love finds you when you're ready, not when you're lonely. You know, and so to your point, like a year ago, I was ready, but I wasn't like necessarily looking. I think a lot of times people look for it. And again, that's not just with love or relationships. It's also with people wanting to have kids desperately. And then you can't get pregnant or for, you know what I'm saying? But I think the things that we chase always elude us. People chasing money. Oh, if I made more money, if I, you know, if I could live in this kind of a neighborhood, like whatever it is that you're chasing, it will always elude you. You'll never catch up. You know, so like I wasn't looking for love. I wasn't looking for a relationship. I was just really open to it, like you said. And I was just very clear about what I was really interested in, you know. But even before I even met you, like I was very, very clear that I was really gonna stretch myself. Love is designed to stretch you. And I was like, you know, I was gonna stretch myself. I was really gonna do my part to talk through arguments or disagreements and you know, whatever. Like I knew I was gonna do my part. Janine says, but Craig, you did take the first step. You took a chance. I did take a chance. Yeah. Yeah, Star Baby says, yes, that's when it comes, when you're not chasing it. And let me see. Do y'all have certain areas y'all would like to grow in together during this next year? Carlton?
I mean, you said y'all, so I mean, I think it was an equal opportunity to answer.
I mean, you can answer first. They always try to tell me I overtalk you.
Areas that we would like to grow in together. I don't know. That's a hard one, just because I feel like we've accomplished a lot in just 1 year. You know, I think it only can go up from here. In regards to just, I mean, to be honest, I don't know. I really think we just grew so close in a year and just got so connected so quickly. You know, I mean, at this point, you know, I think we've established a lot. We've definitely set a foundation. I think you know, after the first year, I think, you know, the challenge is going to be maintaining.
Right.
Because, you know, sometimes it's, I won't necessarily say, you know, easy, but sometimes, you know, once you can set that foundation, it's there, but you know, the work comes with trying to maintain it as time goes by. So,
and
you know,
and one thing, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I mean, that basically was it.
And then, you know, too, it's like I think the mistake, and I said this before I met you, like one of the things that I wanted to do was always have like a check-in. Because a lot of times when things are smooth and things are going well, people just kind of put the relationship on autopilot, and then things kind of happen. And I just think that it's important to like check in or even go to counseling when there's no issue, just to kind of talk about things. Well, how was this last month for you, or this last 3 months for you, or this last 6 months for you? What are things that happened that we never really talked about? That, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that sometimes people wait until there's an issue, then they want to sit down and have a conversation to do a check-in, or they go to counseling or whatever. Valicia says, have you two ever crossed paths prior to Will? We had. He never. I'm a very observant person. Like I think it's the writer in me. Like I notice people. I may not remember your name, but I will know. I know faces. And so I had seen him before because Will, but it was always in a scenario with Will, I believe. I remember 2 different instances. Will had a party. Will's birthday is what, January? Is his birthday in January? And so he had a party 2 years back to back. And I remember seeing Carlton there. we were never like sitting like side by side or nothing like that because they were both at like one was at a hotel bar, the other one was at this restaurant bar, and so it was a bunch of people moving around. So I just remember seeing him in the atmosphere, but we never had a conversation. In fact, I had even been in his car because Will had his car one time. He went out of town, and Will was like, "Oh, you know,
Will was riding niggas in my car."
Right, and Will was like, "Oh, Carlton went to Hampton," and I was like, "Oh, really?" You know what I'm saying? So it was
my license plate. Mm.
Yeah, and you had it on your license plate, but I hadn't seen that. And then when I got out, I saw it, and I was like, "Oh yeah."
Mm.
And in fact, that's what happened. I saw the license plate, and I said, "He went to Hampton." He said, "Oh yeah, I've been meaning to tell you that." And he was like, "Oh yeah." Seemed like it was something else I was gonna tell you. I was gonna say, oh, but for me, like, what was different also was I think too because we started off like building a friendship, like in the friendship circle, which of course Carlton had, you know, some reluctance around that because, you know, we met through mutual friends, and his thing was, well, I don't really want to date somebody through other friends and that kind of thing. Where me, I've always kind of felt like that's the best way to meet because you already kind of have like an idea of the kind of personality they are, or you know what I'm saying? Because typically like-minded people tend to move together. And so, you know, I usually prefer to date like that.
Did you ever think you were gonna fall in love with someone so young?
No. No. Because in fact, if I'm being completely honest, I said I wasn't dating anybody under 30. But for some reason, I kept attracting people that were under 30. And I know some of you that are watching always seem to think that I date younger guys, but I don't. I always dated older. And so
you know, you were messing with. I don't know if you were dating with.
Well, I mean, it's one thing to fuck young. It's another thing to date. Those are two different things. But, you know, but I just never really thought about it. And so I remember saying, I'm not dating anybody under 30. Like, I just didn't want to date anybody. In fact, my number was 35. I was like, he got to be 35 or older. And see, Onyx said he remembers me saying that. I know I was like, I'm not. Alicia said, yes, he did attract young. But, you know, but somebody said, what was our favorite date? Do you have a favorite date?
I mean, I think the most memorable was our first date.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Which actually was May 17th last year.
When we hung out literally all day.
That was the first time we hung out with any of them.
I bought a bike. We rode bikes together. We had dinner. I thought that was kind of cool. That was an expensive day for me, but you know.
Yeah, he went and bought a bike, and his joke
$600 bike.
His joke is, yeah, I knew I must have liked you because I ended up going and buying a bike because he didn't have a bike. You guys remember last year for my birthday, I bought myself a bike, and then he ended up going to buy one, and so we went and rode bikes, and yeah. Takoa said, in the future, I would love to see a book co-written by the two of you on the journey of life and love. But here's the thing, Carlton will be 30 on Saturday, but he's 40. He's 45 on paper. Like my friend Angela, everybody that has met him, even my friend Kim in New York, everybody's just like, he's how old? Because he's just, and like, I'm the silly one. So I'm the silly one. So it's just, you know, and the thing that made it funny for me or really put things in perspective to me was when he was working in LA. And remember your boss said his boss is a white gay guy, older white gay guy.
You talking about on the last show when I was in California?
Right. And he said, what did he say? Something about it always works out or balances when.
Oh, he said it really like the age difference balances out when the younger person, is older, or acts older, and then the older person has a younger mentality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like I have like this young mentality, and he's so
more youthful versus young, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. I have a more youthful like energy and stuff. Like I think I'm a lot sillier than he is. And Kathy said Carlton seems much older. So yeah, so I mean I think it just kind of works out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Was Carlton raised by his grandparents?
I mean, they were influential in my life. No, I was mostly raised by my mother.
Yes,
but,
Sean.
I did have grandparents around that were close.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Sean.
I mean, but to be honest, I was actually, I take that back. I was definitely always around older people when I was younger. Older women, that is.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was when I injured when I broke the bike and I got injured. Yes. So no, that's not when I fell though. That was after that. So our first date was on bikes, and then a couple weeks after that was when I fell on my bike.
So I was telling one of my coworkers today, because the video that you showed when we were on the bikes, I said, "You see this right here? Literally 1 second after this, his ass busted."
It was in that video, and I chopped it out.
I know you did. I said he took it out of this, but literally 1 second after he cut that video, his ass was on the ground. Hands busted, bike busted.
But yeah, so like if you're on Instagram, I posted a video. It's like a collage of like pictures of us when we, like vacations we've been on and stuff like that. And the video when we went riding, when I fell, I chopped the part off when I fell because I literally fell right after that video. And then the other thing that's memorable too about this past year is like, we went out of the country together. We went to Puerto Vallarta. If you're on my if you're on my Patreon, that vacation is on there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. About to go out of the country at least 2 more times before the end of the year is out.
All right. So we're going out of the country in July with his friends from college. So that's in July. And then in November, we're going for Thanksgiving. We're going to Mexico with all of his family for Thanksgiving to do something different. You guys know I've talked about this before. Like I think it's important to have experiences for like holidays instead of spending all that money on Christmas or Thanksgiving or doing the same thing that you do every year for Thanksgiving. Do something different. Take a trip with your family, to create a different experience, that you won't forget. Oh yeah, yes, Courtney, the vineyard. Yes, the vineyard. That was really nice. Yeah, that was really
that was
nice.
Another treat of mine.
Are we keeping score now?
Yeah, I was just saying.
But but here's the thing that's important to note here. And again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier about we overcame things that other people, didn't overcome. You know what I'm saying? Like a year is a milestone because like a lot of people don't get to a year because they allow little things to kind of get in the way. And that reminds me, I was going to read something too. A friend of mine in Houston, he posted this yesterday on his Instagram because they just celebrated their 1 year anniversary, like a day or two before us. And I was like, oh my God, our anniversary is on Monday. So anyway, but I say all of that to say, the age difference was an issue for some people. Some of the
people.
Huh?
What people?
Well, not for anybody that we know, but like when people started to find out that we were going out, it was just like, you know what I'm saying? So like that, and then like the friends they kind of had an issue with it. Like, well, well, why didn't y'all tell us? Or, what y'all doing dating? Or, you know what I mean? Like there will always be opportunities for people to try to intercept or to prevent. And so, I say,
our friends thought I was too pure for Craig.
Ain't nobody thought that.
Mm-hmm.
Who thought that? Who said that?
Right.
That's their portion. Who said that? But but I'm saying all of that to say, like, you have to trust your own instincts, and this is why it's important to kind of keep your stuff private and don't let people influence your decisions. Because if we had listened to the Lamonts, aka Ahmads, or the Wills of the world and whomever else, like, we wouldn't have gotten to this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, where, you know what I'm saying? Because people come in and try to intercept. Because people, even though they may be your friend or your family member or whatever, people don't always want you to have things that they don't have. But this guy, a friend of mine, he posted this about his relationship. And he put, having a drama-free relationship with a partner is a great target to shoot towards. This does not mean that everything will be easy. You will just choose to let go of the non-essential arguments. You both win when you respectfully acknowledge the differences in your opinions, and you choose not to love or respect each other any less. Learning when to end a disagreement is key in marriage, partnerships, and friendships. Like, I don't think people know how to let go of disagreements. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've had our small little things. I don't think we've had anything major, but we've had our little tiffs, but we've never allowed it to just be like to hold a grudge. Like, we've never gone a day like upset about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've had a few hours. Yeah. And I just think sometimes people hold on to things and they expect a person to be perfect. But see, that's what I was saying earlier. I think sometimes that's really your emotions coming through, and you're self-protecting. You put up this wall because you really don't want, you're looking for a reason not to get too emotionally attached or invested. And so, like, some little small thing will come up, and then you find reason to break off because of that. And it's just like, you'll run every day for the rest of your life if you do that.
But listen, not too long ago, this nigga tried to leave.
Who?
You.
Oh, you talking about that argument we had that day? Okay, so we had
It was a complete misunderstanding.
Yeah, it was a complete misunderstanding. And I remember what happened that day. I remember you went downstairs, but what had we done that day?
We were out somewhere or something.
I don't remember.
I really don't know what caused the rift, but I had we got home. Craig went upstairs. I think get ready for bed.
I got in the shower.
Ended up something was happening the next day where I started cleaning. I was starting to clean the house. I think something was happening the next day.
Something was happening.
I think people were coming over or something. But anyways,
no. I remember what it was. What happened was we had done the honest hour that day, and you went downstairs. Right. You went downstairs to clean up all of that stuff because what we had. I thought we would just wait and do it the next day.
Yeah,
because
I ended up cleaning it.
But remember, we did the honest hour, but then we ran to somebody had a party or gathering or something we went to.
Was it Tony?
So we left everything. Yeah, I think it was one of them had something, and so we left everything there.
No, it was his birthday.
Who?
We went over to his house. Oh God.
Somebody said Craig don't
there in West Midtown. It was
Oh yeah. We went to Thomas's house.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we did the last honest hour we did. We had a surprise birthday thing to go to. Not a surprise, but it was a birthday gathering that we went to. So we did the honest hour, and then we went to that. So everything from the honest hour was left there in the living room. And so when we came back, I went on and got ready, got into bed, and I don't remember what the little spat was about.
But we had like a little tiff beforehand, and I don't think it was a real tiff, but Anyways, so I ended up. I think I remember like maybe I started like washing a dish, and then sometimes when I start cleaning, I have issues stopping. So I was like, but something was happening the next day because I was like, I don't want to deal with this tomorrow.
Something was
So
happening. I don't
I
know.
And so I ended up cleaning up everything from the honest hour, which was a whole bunch of stuff. Cleared out the living room, moved the furniture back in the living room because I have to shift we have to shift the furniture around just to, set up the tables and all that. So by this point, I'm hot, and so
Right,
I'm
he's
like,
hot in terms of temperature.
yeah. And so, also recently my air had gone out upstairs, but the AC downstairs works. So I started walking upstairs. I was like, "Oh no, it's too hot." So I go back downstairs, and I end up laying down in the guest bedroom downstairs. So I'm laying down there until I kind of just finally cool off, and then I hear him come downstairs, and Copper joined me in bed. He found me and is in bed with me, and so he comes into the guest room. I'm not necessarily asleep. I'm just laying there. He turned on the light. He's like, "Oh, well, you don't have to lay downstairs. I can go home." Until he slams off the light, walks down the hallway, and goes back upstairs. And I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" So I'm like, "Okay, so let me get my ass up." I go upstairs, and I'm like, "What the fuck is your problem?" He was like, "You ain't got to lay downstairs. I can go home. It ain't that serious."
Look,
I'm just
I do
like,
have my own place.
and so this nigga starts going in the closet and getting dressed and shit, and it's probably like 2 a.m. And so I got in bed. I'm like, "So you really about to do this?" So this nigga was about to walk downstairs. I said, "You leave this house. Do not expect to come back." That nigga said, "Huh?" That nigga said, "Huh?" And he
What
brought
I
his
said?
black ass right into bed after that.
Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! So the point of that story though is to let you know that you just don't throw shit away just because. ah. But wait a minute now, because these tables do turn both ways. But look, I do want to read this. Trish says, "Craig, don't leave because some of us are going with Carlton. Don't make us choose." But wait, okay, so let me give you another story. So there was a time in the beginning of the relationship. This is how I knew that Carlton was starting to have feelings, right? Because do you remember this? So we had a brunch that earlier that day. We had a brunch and we had people over. And this was like 2 months in. We were 2 months in at this point, right? And he downstairs cleaning up and shit again from the brunch. And we had like mimosas and shit. We were kind of toasted off of the mimosas. And so he started talking about he didn't know if he was gonna be able to handle dating me because he didn't know if y'all were gonna like him, and like it was just, he was kind of nervous about y'all meeting him. He said because eventually people gonna find out who I am. Y'all didn't even know who he was yet, and he was just going on and on and on and on and on, right? So we got past that, but then whenever we would have like a little disagreement, he would be like, well, maybe we just not made to be together. Maybe we just supposed to go our separate ways. And then there came a time when he said that to me. And I said, I'm going to tell you something. I said, you're going to stop saying that to me. I said, this is the last time you are going to say that to me. Because when somebody threatens to leave, then you start to prepare yourself. You start to set yourself up for that. And then you no longer allow your feelings to just happen naturally because you're preparing for them to leave at any moment. And so I said, you can't say that to me anymore. And then he just stopped saying it. Like he didn't say it anymore. And that was it. But we're sharing these stories because it's just important for you guys to. This is why I tell you guys to watch Black Love, because it's important to see yourself in other people sometimes. Not because you're trying to model yourself after them or anything like that, but you want to be able to recognize, that no relationship is going to be perfect, and they're just ways to. What keeps you together is just figuring out how to stay together, figuring out how to overcome different things.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody said, what do we have in common? You want to answer that?
You can say that.
Um,
Oh, yeah, you can answer that. I gotta go take out these contacts. I can hear because I have my AirPods in, but
oh, okay. Um, well, we definitely like cooking. We like eating. I don't know. We like cultural things. You know what I'm saying? Like um, whether it's eating out. Well, like we love finding new places to eat, like new restaurants, trying new foods. We love traveling. We both love fashion. Um, the type of we both love music. I've learned a lot of music from him. He's learned some from me, but he really does know a lot of music. So it's not like he's learning like a lot of old stuff from me because a lot of the old songs that I think he don't know, because again, he an old ass man. A lot of the old songs that I think he don't know, he be knowing. Um, Even like old movies, like he knows like old movies and shit. Um,
what he's trying to say is I can keep up.
And so can I. Because see, he thinks because I'm older than him that because like here's another thing. When we first started going out, we're both very methodical. Like we think down the line, right? Yes, we're both Hampton grads. Yes. But we both are very methodical. Like we think far down the line. So like when we first got together, his thing was, yeah, well, if we have kids, like you're gonna be like 60 years old when they're 10. And I'm like, well, nigga, you gonna be 40. So I mean 45. So what difference does it make? Like you act like you still gonna be 29. Like you're gonna get older, and so am I. And so his thing was he was just always wondering in the beginning if the age gap would become an issue. But and I'm being serious when I say this, I'm not being funny when I say this. Since I think because I've been working out since I was 22, I'm very active. You know what I'm saying? And so like he'll say to me like, yeah, you definitely aren't like the average 40. Well, at the time it was 44. He's like, you're not like the average 44-year-old person. But I mean, every person that I know, like Keon, they're all younger than me. Of course, I have people my age and that are older, like my friend Angela. Like Angela will be 60 this year. So I have friends that are younger and I have friends that are older. And like my friends that are younger, they all, even like my personal trainer, he's 25. And he said to me just the other day, he said, bro, I just can't believe that you are 45. He said, like the way that you lift weights and, you know, just my energy. He just never believes that I'm 45. And so like when Carlton and I have traveled, those of you that are on my Patreon, you've seen some of the adventures. We've zip lined and done these mountain hikes and that fucking shit in the ocean. And you know what I'm saying? Like I'm able to keep up because I've been active since I was 22 or 23. You know what I'm saying? So
But
it's not
doing that shit again.
I'm definitely not doing it again, but not because of my age, because that shit is just But even like in terms of us bike riding, we work out together sometimes. So like, it's not like he's leaving me behind and he like, you all right? Like, can you know what I'm saying? Like I'm able to keep up. So it doesn't show itself. So like I'm saying, but you're worried about us having kids. Like we ain't even there yet. Like, and I think that's another thing that people do too. It's just a way of self-protecting. You try to foresee all of the things that may become a problem. And I'm just like, you can't even worry about that. You need to be living in the moment. And so, you know, we don't think about that. I mean, I never thought about it because for me, I was like, well, I've been 29 and 30 and 31. And I've told Keon this so many times. I'm like, you make it seem like I just woke up one day and I was 45. No, I was 30, 31, 32, 33, you know. So, yeah.
Right. And so, like, to piggyback off that, and I think I spoke on, you know, the reason why I don't necessarily say I had an issue with the age, but it was just, for me, it was new. And like he said, like, I'm always thinking down the line. And I said, it's two different perspectives because for me, there's a part of me that is like years are retracted on my end versus his because since he is older, theoretically, because I mean, anything, I could die tomorrow, but, you know, in theory, you
He
know,
thinks about me dying first.
you know, what I'm saying, in theory, there's going to be some of me. I don't want to say lost. That's not the right word, but I'm going to have to speed a little bit further through my youth than versus him. Right? Does that make sense?
But
Just
why do you?
because.
No, I don't agree with that. I know what you're saying. You're saying that you're gonna have to skip over some of your youth because I'm older.
Right.
I don't think so because I mean I say
I
to you,
mean, to a certain degree. I don't think necessarily just because of who I am, I would change. So I think that's why we work. Because even though I'm 30, you're 45, we're on the same page. We're on the same level.
mm,
So I don't think that was a good example. But to go back to what I originally was trying to say is theoretically, for instance, you know, he would kick the bucket before I would. So therefore,
and I tell him all the time. I say you keep saying that. I say your ass messing around to be somewhere tied up at 70, and here I am at 85. Talking about you okay? Somebody said yes. We do want to have kids. We do want a surrogate because I want to use my own sperm. He wants to use his own sperm, but we would like to use the same surrogate so that the kids can be fraternal. Donnell said, what did Madison say when she first met you? Do you remember what she said?
I don't know that she said anything particular, just beyond nice to meet you. But I don't think.
Well,
I
what happened
can't.
was we were still filming the TV show when they met. You remember the first time y'all met? And then here's the other thing. My memory is a whole lot better than his. And I'm 15 years older.
To a certain degree, you forget something.
Wait. Whose memory is better, mine or yours?
It just depends. I think it's equal.
You got to be kidding now. But when we met, okay, do you remember when y'all first met?
What? Who? TS?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at the restaurant.
So we were still filming, and we had taken. Well, we didn't. It wasn't anybody's birthday, but we had gone to dinner with the executive producers of the show. So he met Miss Mary and Madison all at the same time, and so she was just like, "Oh." So she didn't do a whole lot because we were at a dinner table, right? But she did say, "Okay, so what's your name?" And okay, so she said, "Oh, I got some questions for you." She said, "I need to get to know you." So it wasn't over the top or anything like that, and I think simply because of where we were. But no, it was cool, and she likes him. She likes him, and but yeah. So
well, I do. The only thing that I remember her saying is, "You don't know who I am, do you?" I was like, "No." She's like, "I can tell." That was like the only thing that I think she said in the beginning.
right. Yeah. So she because like when I met Madison, I had known nothing about her either. I just kept seeing her on my timeline, and I invited her over so we could do a podcast. And so Carlton didn't know who she was either. I had to tell him, who she was and all that stuff. Thank you, Takoa, for the Cash App, and Anthony. But yeah. Oh yeah, Miss Mary was like, "Oh, he's young. Oh, and he's young." Yeah, she did say that. And then remember I had to get some blood work done. I had went to get some blood work done to pull these edges back in, right? And Carlton's mom is a phlebotomist. And so she drew my blood. And I said to him, she gonna look at my date of birth. You remember me saying that?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, she gonna look at my date of birth. And so she never said anything about it. She never said anything about it. And so and then when I got my blood report, with everything on it, I noticed that she had also did an HIV test on me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, wait a minute. I didn't ask her to do no HIV test on me. Oh my God. But mind you, Carlton and I had already done an HIV test, probably about a couple weeks before that. And I shared this story with you guys because during the time of the pandemic, I used to go to like Aid Atlanta or like one of the community-based organizations here to get a test. But they weren't doing that because of COVID. They weren't letting anybody come in. So Carlton and I actually went to CVS and bought the home test. So we had already taken our HIV test. And then she had the nerve to go ahead and run my blood work. Oh my God, she sure did. But yeah.
And you still never paid that bill.
Sure didn't. It was a bill from LabCorp, but she told me that I didn't need to pay it because they don't go on your credit report, so I never paid it.
So he just
how much was that bill? How much was that bill? That bill was like how much was it? $1,800?
It wasn't that much.
It was like $800.
I don't even think it was that much.
Yes, it was too. Remember they sent me two. One was like 7 something and another one was something else. But it's like to draw some blood. Like, are you serious? So I never paid that LabCorp bill.
And that was also before you haven't had insurance.
Right. But yeah, so anyway, so that's that. And then I met his dad. Those of you, I don't know if I put that on Patreon,
but to be honest, I did not realize it's probably why it's expensive because she probably tested for everything.
You're correct.
Not thinking that you didn't have insurance.
Right.
She probably thought you did.
At the time, right. And so, yeah, it was just like, because the dermatologist that I went to told me which test for them to check for. And it was all this other stuff on there. Oh, she done ran me an HIV test too. Okay, so I did put it on the Patreon then. Yeah, we did the cupcakes. Oh yeah, that was on Patreon, yes. With the cupcakes. But yeah. Wait a minute. Marie said they crazy for saline. They cost $800 a bottle. LabCorp. So Monique said that she need to pay the bill then. Selena said, yeah, LabCorp bills be high as hell. But anyway, all right, well, let me let you get off here because I know you're trying to oh wait, somebody said answer. Let me see. What did Miss Gladys think of Carlton? She liked him. She sent me she sent us birthday cards. His birthday card is at his house because of course he's in New York. So she sent him a birthday card and she sent him a 1 year anniversary card, and she sent me a birthday card and a 1 year anniversary card. I posted those cards on my mine. I didn't post his because his are still sealed up at the house. But she sent me a birthday card and a 1 year anniversary card, and I posted the anniversary card on my Insta story today. But yeah, so she liked him. She likes him, and yeah.
Yeah,
Carlton,
that is sweet.
Carlton, what was your first impression of Craig?
I mean, when I first met him, he just gave off Playboy a little bit to me, and I was like, this nigga's up to no good.
I don't understand why you always say that.
Because you were just so forthcoming.
Because when you know your name, I mean.
Well, I didn't know who the fuck you were, so I wasn't interested.
No. But no, he didn't know I had written any books or anything like that. I didn't know anything about
you. Along the way, he said, "Do you not know who I am?" I said,
"I did not say it like that. I did not say it like that."
Okay. I mean, you can keep spinning it how you want to, but that's how it came out.
First of all, I don't even talk like that. I don't even talk like that.
Y'all know better. Y'all know he's lying.
You know, I ain't never say, do you not know? Come on, I don't even talk like that.
Okay.
So I said to you, do you not know who I am? I said that to you?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Nah, you may have tried to say it by you may have tried to cover it up by saying it was a joke, but
No,
you
what?
said it.
No. What I remember saying to you, and we've already established who has the better memory. What I remember saying to you was, once we knew each other. I don't think we were dating yet, but once we knew each other, I said, so
Look,
you didn't.
all the people are saying yes, you do talk like that. I mean,
Well, I wouldn't have said that, but
okay.
but what I do recall saying is, but I believe Carlton. I remember saying, so before we met, you didn't know I had written any book. You had never. No, I said you had never heard of my books. Is what I said. I said you had never heard of my books, and the only reason I said that is because the gay community is so small, the Black gay community, and I'm really not being funny when I say this, but most Black cultured gay men. No, they might not know me, but they know the books. They've heard of the books. They've seen the books. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was over at the park the other day, like Leonard kept saying, Craig, you just know everybody. And I'm like, I really don't know all of these people. They know the book. But anyway, or they know the TV show now, because some of the people some of the people came up to me doing like this, because Madison be bouncing her titties. So, okay, so Les says, have you guys exchanged keys to your individual homes?
We don't have keys to our homes. We have codes. So
yeah, it's like those codes that you punch in to get in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
he has the code to my house.
And he don't come to my house, so he don't know it. I've given it to him, but he don't. That's the thing. I think I didn't know who Madison was, because see, I've never been into porn. I've never been a person that watched porn. So what I did know about Madison was she kept coming across my timeline, and she'd be on her phone. She'd be reading people and talking about, I am the TS, and that. Like I didn't know anything about that previous stuff, so I didn't know who she was. Janine said, "Oh, that access was granted early." And see, this is one of those defense mechanisms things that he used to do too. He was just like, "Well, yeah, you got the guest code though." But the point is, I still have access to get in the house. Like his thing was, yeah, but you got the guest code. Everybody had. I mean, like my friends have that. Thank you, Paris. Naomi said I sent a love offering. Was it through Zelle or something? Thank you. I'll just say thank you. I don't see it yet. Amazon sent me an email to buy your book. I was excited to see that. Oh, thank you. Miss Rice said, hell, I'm straight and I knew who you were.
Mm.
Oh my God. But at any rate, I guess we can get off of here now. I'm gonna go and jump in the shower, and I know you're trying to get ready to go to bed.
Yeah, you get up at 6 a.m.
Yes. All right, listen, you guys have an amazing night. Thank you for being on here. It was fun. Thank you, Tiffany Frazier. She said for happy belated birthday. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm sorry, because I'm on here on my phone, I haven't been able to look and thank people who have sent me cash apps. But I will send a heart once I look at it. But thank you for all those that are watching who sent a cash app. Thank you in advance.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys have an amazing night. Brush your teeth, brush your tongue, floss your teeth, all that stuff. Do your oil pulling. Hit the like button on the video, please. And thank you. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell so you get your notification. And it's funny. She says, it's funny how the person you end up with isn't the person you were interested in initially. That's the first episode of this new season of Black Love. It's called Spark or No Spark.
But Craig was interested initially. He saw a good thing coming.
I was interested initially. And see, he didn't know what he needed. I had to show him.
Oh,
amen. I had to show him what he needed. Sometimes you got to show a person what they need. Sometimes they don't know what they need. He grateful today, though. He grateful today that I was persistent.
Don't be beyond yourself.
I mean,
Stay humble.
he didn't know what he needed, but he know now. Listen, all right, listen, y'all have an amazing night. Bye, y'all.